Alright, so it seems like CDPR has just released patch 1.3 after waiting for God knows how long for this list of changes. We've been waiting since, what was that? Since patch 1.2, that was like back in what, March or something like that? It's been 5 months. That's right, 5 months. It's been a really long time. But here we are. Here we are finally. Patch 1.3. I haven't played this game in a long time, but let's just get down to this, see what they changed. I have no idea what's in here. They just released this like a minute ago. Patch 1.3 is coming to PC, consoles, and Stadia soon. Who the fuck plays on Stadia? Here's a list of the most notable changes coming to this update. Please note that the issues listed below did not affect all players, of course. Additional content. A list of all the free DLCs can be found in the main menu under additional content. Okay, so we're getting some DLC content here. Alright, we're gonna finally know what these DLCs are. That's kinda pog. The 1.3 patch delivers the following free DLCs. Alright. Wait, this is it. Oh, I know, it's an improvement. Okay. Improvement. Improve the minimap's zoom level when driving so that it's more zoomed out and easier to navigate. Boy oh boy, this has been an issue for a very long time. When I played this game for the first time and I was driving through Night City, I quickly started to notice that there was a problem here. Why is it that I'm always missing the turns? And then it quickly dawned on me. It's the freaking minimap. The minimap was so zoomed in for the best majority of this game's existence. The minimap has always been such a huge problem. On top of the really bad driving that this game has always had, the minimap. Oh my goodness. That's just a cherry on top. Really it was. It was so bad. Holy shit. So glad that they're finally able to, do some sort of positive change. And this was one of the community's most requested fix, really. Finally, they addressed it. It only took them 8 months, guys. Don't worry. It only took them 8 months. It's fine. It's fine. They're very hard at work. Modders have already fixed this issue, quote-unquote fixed, right? Because the minimap with the modders was that it flickered, right? Minimap mods that helped fix this issue flickered so much, so it wasn't like a perfect fix. But yeah, no, these guys took them 8 months, and I thought that at least, because I saw the preview of this feature. There were videos out there, guys like Craze Gaming and Open World Games. They made videos about this. I thought that based on what I saw would be like a slow progression of zooming in and zooming out. They couldn't even get that right. So what they did was, when you're walking, you have it zoomed in. As soon as you go into your car, it immediately zooms out. Like, it doesn't go through a progression, basically. It just switches, it switches the view. Like the FOV. It switches the view completely. So you got a bigger field of vision, like, immediately. Like, just like that. It just clicks. It doesn't even give you, like, that slow zooming in, zooming out when you accelerate. Like, there's no actual work put into it. It's a really lazy way to do it. Well, let's see what else they got here. By the way, I may make another video talking more in depth about these changes, because eventually I will jump into the game, test them for myself, and I'll see how they look like. So when I go into a much more in-depth analysis of what these changes are, this might be a more negative review of this patch. Because right now I'm going off and suspending my disbelief as to what they're giving me here. So I might be setting myself here for some trouble later on. This is another one that I saw. Automatic Love. Screen with pictures of Sky and Angel will be displayed substantially longer, making it easier to choose between the two. I mean, again, small little thing that you fix here. Yes, I did pick Angel by accident because I thought Angel. Okay, Angel sounds kind of like a girl name, so I'm picking Angel. I played as a straight male first time. Then I just played as bisexuals. But yeah, I mean, this is just kind of like not a big deal, really. I mean, if you've played the game several times like I did, you kind of know who Sky and Angel is. But for new players, this is something that for new players should have been implemented, and they only implemented this 8 months later. I mean, Jesus Christ. Added a button which allows to reallocate the distribution of perk points on the character's skill tree. So, I believe that the tabula thing that they had, they decreased the price of that in a previous hotfix or patch. And now they just gave you a button to relocate the distribution of perks. Alright, fair enough. I think it's like 13,000 eddies, which is like nothing. Like, just invest in crafting, make a bunch of Nekomatas, and sell them at several distribution points. You'll be swimming in cash in no time. Like, you can sell for each drop points like 20k eddies. Like, what's 13k, you know what I mean? Like, don't worry about this. This is very cheap. Increase the number of slots for autosaves from 10 to 20 and for quick saves from 3 to 10 across all platforms. Added database links to journal entries. That sounds cool, I guess. Added an accessibility option for center of screen dot overlay, which helps with reducing avoiding motion sickness. It can be enabled in settings interface center of screen dot overlay. I mean, if you have motion sickness, I guess, don't really have that. Fixers will now message V to offer a car for purchase less often. Really? Okay. Yeah, they call a lot, especially in the early Act 2. They call you a lot, like very frequently. It's pretty bad. I'm glad that they fixed that. Improve the screen space reflections effect so that it looks less grainy on consoles and on lower visual setting quality on a PC. Great. Very cool, very cool. Added a filter for quest items in the backpack. Okay, I guess. Quest item tags from miscellaneous job items will now be removed after finishing associated quests, allowing to sell or drop items. Oh, this is huge. So, I remember like the Johnny tank top, basically all Johnny's clothing. After you completed Johnny's quests, his items were still labeled as quest items. That was very annoying. I had to use something called, I kind of forgot what the name of that was, but it was like a save editor that was available for, you know, on a Nexus, and you would use that to remove like a line of code or something to make these items not mission, you know, like not mission locked or something like that. I had to do that. Yep, very annoying. Okay. It is now possible to rotate V in the inventory with the mouse. Huh. I don't remember if that was not possible or what. Players will now properly be able to craft a quick hack even if they once crafted it and then got rid of it. Alright, cool. Another quality of life improvement. That's cool. Added a comparison tooltip for cyberware. That's cool. Improved the notification when buying cyberware and not meeting the level requirement to equip it. Okay. It is now possible to upgrade crafting components in bulk. Oh, this is cool. Added new sleeping spots for Nibbles in V's apartment. So in case you don't know who Nibbles is, it's the little cats that you can get. It's really hard to get these cats because you can't find cat food all that much. But I think that they released a patch where it makes cat food like easier to access. But again, it's small things that you can miss out. So your best bet to like find these type of things is just to go through YouTube and search videos about it. Icon on a disposal crate will now turn red when player picks up a body instead of it being grayed out. Landmine icon will now be grayed out after disarming it. That's very helpful. It is now possible to use an elevator while carrying a body. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was impossible if I remember correctly because I once tried it, and I think that I'm not sure if I fell off the elevator or if the elevator just didn't start, but I remember it was impossible. Happy Together. Barry now has an updated, more unique appearance. Oh, cool. So yeah, Barry is the one dude who is trying to commit suicide because his, spoiler alert, if you haven't played the game, I don't know why you wouldn't. His tortoise died of old age, and you think that it's like a grandpa or something like that, and then you go visit Andrew's grave, and Andrew was a tortoise. So you then go see Barry, and the cops that are outside his apartment are asking like, dude, just come on, like, get out of there. Just go back to the force. And, you know, you can either A, have Barry snap and kill himself, and in turn, he hurts his colleagues, or maybe his colleagues go in and things get ugly and they can't reason with him. Or option A, you tell Mendes that Andrew was a tortoise and that's why Barry's depressed, and he'll understand the situation. So yeah, I'm glad that they gave him a unique appearance, because he kind of looked like a regular NPC, really. I mean, why shouldn't he, right? But this is just kind of weird, really. Base item will now be highlighted green, like other components, if it is present in the inventory when crafting the same item of or better quality. Right, balance changes. Detection time of enemies now depends on game difficulty. Ooh, enemies on easy and normal difficulties will now detect the player slower. Enemies on very hard difficulty will now detect the player faster. Now, I'm sorry if I'm having a hard time remembering some of these things. Last time I played this game was back in May. Okay, enemies on very hard difficulty, and only that difficulty alone, will now be more aggressive when searching around when they are in the alerted state. That will be interesting to see. NCPD, NCPD will no longer react and turn hostile because of dead bodies in open world activities. I don't know how I think about that. They were hostile with dead bodies before? I guess they were, right? If you carry the dead body, they would... Yeah, I think they were. Okay, so that's kind of cool, I guess. Alright. NCPD will now also react to hitting NPCs with a non-lethal weapon. They weren't before? Really? Okay. Adjusted the damaging process when shooting crowds, NPCs while in combat, depending on distance and weapon used. Alright, that's cool, that's cool. Don't fear the Reaper, improved Atom Smasher's behavior during the fight. Oh, that's huge! That's the secret ending. Okay, that's actually huge. Yes. Alright, so we'll see how his behavior is right now. Alright, cool. Play it safe. Improved Oda's behavior during the fight. Okay. Transmission. Improved Placid's behavior during the fight. Also huge. Transmission. Increased Placid's hacking resistance. Huge. Cyberpsycho's sighting. Letter of the law. Improved Cyberpsycho's behavior during the fight. Okay, so this is like improved behavior. Okay. Every breath you take. Improved Red Menace position and aim. Oh yeah, so last time I did this mission, I noticed that Red Menace was on top of a roof. Right, so when you are with Blue Moon, and Blue Moon meets CJ, or CG, yeah, CG, which is Cloud something, forgotten, Cloud Green, okay. So when Blue Moon meets Cloud Green, if you are looking towards Blue Moon's, if you're looking through Cloud Green's field of vision, Red Menace is on top of the roof, right in front of you. So just look, and you can't miss her. That's where she was, and I was kind of like, oh damn, so that's where she is. Because Blue Moon does say that Red Menace is on top of a roof, acting as a lookout. So I never noticed that. All right, so I guess she's now in a different position. Increased threat of La Chingona Dorada, Jack's iconic pistols. The rescue. Increased the number of ammo at the beginning of the quest. Huge. Introduced minor tweaks and improvements balancing of the Contagion quick hack. Oh shit. The Contagion quick hack was the best. Like, that was my favorite quick hack. I played as a hacker so many times in this game. Contagion is so OP. I guess that they, by saying introduce minor tweaks and improvements for balancing, basically quick hack just got nerfed. Contagion quick hack got nerfed. That's pretty sad. I don't think I like that one. Improve the crafting system so that items with random quality skill tier their quality with player's crafting skill. Okay, so let me read that again. Improve the crafting system so that items with random quality scale their quality with player's crafting skills. Okay. It's not possible anymore to roll a quality exceeding that of the relevant crafting skill. Not that I ever tried. The level requirement of items will now increase with each upgrade. Note, the level of upgraded items will be adjusted as a result of this change. The equipped items which exceed the level requirement can keep being used, but if unequipped, will have to wait until the required level is reached. Alright, I get it. Added more crafting specs for Cyberpunk mods. Oh, that is actually pretty damn sexy. Okay, yes, I am 100% agree with this one. This one's pretty good. Added crafting specs for knives available from the start of the game. Updated the number of components required to craft some items. Bounce back, max stock, quick hacks, clothing items, and weapons. Okay. Just seems like more hard work, in my opinion. Balancing of crafting specs for clothing mods. I guess they got nerfed. Every time they say balance, every time a developer says balancing, it means nerfed. Okay. Balancing the number of components required to craft clothing. Balancing the number of components required to craft Sandevistan fragments. Okay. Optimal Camo's cyberware, which is the invisible one, will now be able to purchase from Reproducts. Sweet. So yeah, that one got released, I believe, in patch 1.2.2 or something like that. And you could only get it through like console command, so you'd have to use CyberEngine tweaks to get it if you're on PC. So now they made it available for you to purchase. That's kind of cool. It only took them 8 months, by the way. Adjust the price of the sensory amplifier separator mod. Rare Unity crafting spec will now be obtained only during suspected organized crime activity. Tigers by the tail. Change the price and quality of Carrie's guitar that can be obtained during gig Psychophant, so probably it's more expensive because that shit was pretty fucking weak. Gameplay. This is a big one. Fix an issue where crafting specs from clothing stores were available only during the first visit to a vendor. I'm pretty sure that was already fixed before. Am I crazy to assume that? Didn't patch 1.1 or patch 1.2 fix that? I swear. Was it like not completely fixed or something? Jesus Christ. Fixed an issue which occurred after visiting the Nomad camp, resulting in being unable to use weapons and quick menu items. Okay. Not a big deal. Fixed an issue where hacking a neutral target wasn't counted towards the Christmas tree attack achievement. Tutorial windows about skill checks will no longer pop up when the unauthorized prompt is displayed on devices. V will no longer look down after using fast travel. Is that a problem? Never had that. I guess some people did. Adjusted functionality of multiple perks. Okay, that's huge. A lot of perks in the game are still broken. So what I'm assuming is, with each hotfix or patch, they fixed perks, but they never fixed all the perks in one go. They never did that. So what I'm assuming is, like, how many perks are still broken in the game? Like, I would say pre 1.3, like 15 perks are still broken or something like that. They just flat out don't work. So what I'm assuming here is, from 15 now we probably still have like 10 maybe. Like they probably fixed 5. So I'm assuming that like 10 perks still don't work. You have to always assume the worst with CDPR. I mean, you just have to, right? This game has disappointed me in so many ways, and this company has disappointed me in so many ways, that I'm no longer even thinking about all the perks. I'm saying that they adjusted the functionality of multiple perks. What that tells me is, hey guys, hey, we just adjusted the functionality of some perks, so now there's only a few that are still broken. Okay, fine, whatever. Minor fixes related to how V behaves when dialogue is fasted forward. Really? Okay. Fixes related to crafting, some adjustments to item pricing. Rebalance and added some loot. Ooh. Fixed various items that couldn't be picked up. Okay, that's actually, yes. This right here, all the time. There's so many items in the world of Night City that you just looked at them, you crouched, you tried to pick them up, you just couldn't. And they were like, most of the time, like clutter. There was just garbage. But you wanted to disassemble them to get the materials for crafting, right? But you couldn't pick them up. They were just, you see the fucking icon right in front of you, and you see it on the minimap too, but you just have to ignore that because you can't pick it up. That was so infuriating, so triggering worthy. Added new items and removed duplicate items from some vendor stock. Fixed behavior and visuals of multiple devices. I wonder what those devices are. Probably cyberware. Fix various issues with elevators. You know, those elevators, man. Introduce various fixes and improvements towards behavior and reactions of NPCs and living city in general. Yeah, I would like some more detail as to what this actually is, because this is an AI overhaul, but it seems to be very small, and I didn't mean that to rhyme, by the way. Fix different quick hacks and scanning related issues, introducing minor tweaks and improvements. Fine. Improve NPC behavior in combat and fix various issues related to it. Okay. This is a long list. Tweaked and improved some of the player mechanics. Wonder what that is. They're being very vague here. Fix minor issues with cyberware. Yes, some cyberware just doesn't work. But minor issues is probably some very, very small things. Adjusted the functionality of some mods. Okay. By the way, when they say mods, they mean like cyberware mods, clothing mods, stuff like that. Stability and performance across platforms. The section discusses changes that enter all the platforms, but many of them make a bigger difference on last generation consoles and lower performance machines. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of skip this one because I play on PC. So if you're playing on console, this might be important for you, but I just don't care. UI. The element's image will no longer get stuck on holocalls when V leaves the car too fast after completing epistrophe Badlands. Yeah, I think that happened to me like once. Item tooltip will no longer disappear if its content is too long. Fix various typos in subtitles, charts, quests, and weapons descriptions. Yes, I actually saw some typos. I thought that was like, you know, because when you read some shards, they have like this weird leet language, which is like very 2007-ish. So I thought, okay, so maybe this typo was intentional because, you know, people back in the day, back in like early Facebook, late MySpace era, people would just type weirdly, you know, doing typos by purpose. So I thought that this was like one of those things. Apparently it was an actual typo. Okay, fine, fair enough. Added a text message after receiving you reading. Added a text message received after failing epistrophe North Oak by leaving the Delamain cab. Okay. Not a big deal, obviously. Changed back the name of the fast travel point in Ree's apartment to Mega Building H10. Removed some items labeled as none and without proper icons from the inventory. Okay. The hover menu with multitude of mods on an item in inventory will now show stats properly. Fixed an issue where male variants of the VR tutorial were in Polish for Brazilian Portuguese language version. Okay, so yes, I am Portuguese, but I play on English, so I'm not a complete degenerate. Black market battery mods description will now display string with item attributes properly. Okay. Fixed an issue where the contagion quick hack button was missing the icon outside of the inventory. Man, these are really small fixes, holy shit. Status effects icon of the gold blood perk now looks like a snowflake. Kinda did before, but okay. Punk dual layer tank top will now be visible in the inventory when equipped. Added a loading screen tooltip informing about fast forward settings. Fixed the Galena Gecko vehicle's name next to the buy vehicle prompt. Image in the second message from Nancy Hartley in holding on / killing in the name will now be displayed properly. Adjusted working on the crafting skill progression reward related to upgrade cost reduction. The image displaying Mackinac MTL1 in the call vehicle menu will now match with the car's model. Remove debug strings from the good, the bad, and the ugly perks tooltip. Icon grouping artifacts will no longer get detached from their respective locations on the map when zooming in / out. When stamina meter is depleted, the appropriate icon will now appear next to the health bar instead of the overload icon. Okay, so that's definitely some different there. While Ford Alvarado V4 F570 delegate description will now correctly state that the drive is rear-wheeled. The period of the possible occurrence in the description of synaptic accelerator in the tooltip will now display proper value when playing in Polish. These are really small fucking fixes. Fist description in the weapon wheel will now display an appropriate item type. Fix text in the shard about Chiba 11 district. Wow. Just wow. Opening photo mode and the vendor menu in quick succession will no longer result in freezing the game. That's probably a PS4 related problem only. Gold iconic loot icons will now be displayed on the minimap. They kind of already were, but okay, fine, fair enough. Fix an instance where hit markers and kill confirmation were invisible when destroying enemy turrets. Fix enemy markers when using the incorrect color of or unaware enemies. They will now be yellow instead of red. Fix an issue where RAM recovery rate below 0.50 was not displayed correctly. Fix an issue where the disassemble item button was displayed incorrectly. Fix an issue where the buttons on switching mods warning were not working as intended. Fix the non-functional hinted keys when breaching protocol. Remove the redundant input hints in the Cyberpunk panel. These are all pretty insignificant in my opinion. If you want my honest take here, because I'm not just reading the shit to you, you can read this on your own. This seems like very boring shit and very insignificant too. These are just small quality of life improvements. This game deserves a much bigger overhaul than small quality of life improvements in my opinion. Graphics, audio and animation. Okay. Reinforced composite lined rocker full top is now properly aligned with V's legs. Fix an issue where the monowire could slightly dislocate male V's arms and clip through clothes. Fix an issue where the heist in the heist where Flathead's case could float outside the hotel room from Compagnie Plaza, blocking the doorway. Never happened to me. Fix an issue where changing music volume in sound settings affected car radio alongside with the background music. Fix an issue where Takamura's voice was doubled while talking to V in the van on the street. I had that bug. I had that. Fix an issue where some net running suits clipped with female V's legs and male V's pants. Fix an issue with the running animation after jumping on downwards or upward slope. Okay, I wonder what that is. I mean, does it really matter because you're playing on first person? Like, it doesn't actually fucking matter. Fix dust particles which were sometimes incorrect. Jesus Christ. They fixed dust particles, bro. Come on, you can't make this shit up. This is so fucking funny. The player base demands the NCPD to actually follow the player if he has committed a crime. CVPR. Best we can do is fix dust particles. Okay, dude. Okay. Character skin will no longer become too bright in dark areas. Jesus Christ. This is gonna become a fucking meme, I can tell. In information, Smasher Shadow will no longer appear on the elevator's door after rewinding brain dance into the beginning. Wow. Fix Arasaka soldiers spawning on player's site when going back upstairs to save Takamura in Search and Destroy. Okay. Environment and levels. Fix various map holes in Watson City Center, Westbrook, Haywood, and Santo Domingo. Okay. Fix faulty pathing for vehicles on the city center ring road. Wait. That's huge. That's huge. Wait. Fixed faulty pathing for vehicles in the city center ring road. And it's not just there though. It's not just there, CDPR. I can give you one specific location where that also happens. When you leave your apartment and you go, okay, so in Act 1, when you meet Jackie on that little, like, store where he's eating Chinese food, when you meet up with him, right behind V's back, there's this, like, cement wall with barbed wire on top. Cars always smash onto that shit too. All the time. Literally all the time. So, I know where this is, by the way. It's City Center, Ring Road. Yes, I've seen that happen. So, you have the Ring Road. And the cars will go to the extreme right of that road. So, they slam against the railway. That's what it is. I've seen this happen time and time again. This is so fucking... Like, and they always go there. They always go there. Because that's their pathing. Yes. But next to V's apartment, there's that one too. Fix multiple places where the player's character could get stuck permanently. Alright, fair enough. Fix multiple issues with disappearing environments. I guess. Fix multiple issues with objects popping in on players' sites all the time. GPS and biotechnica flats will no longer lead players to unreachable areas. Oh, that one! Oh my goodness! Yes! Okay. Whew, they fixed that. Okay, I'm actually not being sarcastic here. So basically, there's like not many, like you don't need to go to Biotechnica Flats all the time. I know that there's like this little church in the middle, and there's like a car that you can buy in there for like I think 73,000 eddies. Quote me if I'm wrong. I think it's 73,000. I could be wrong. But every time you try to cross the Biotechnica Flats, your GPS would always lead you to like these random barricaded walls. And it's like, wait, but I can't go through here. Yes, it was very, very, very fucking annoying. And there's so many of them, because that place is literally a labyrinth. I'm glad that they fixed this. I am so glad they fixed this. Holy shit, I'm not even being sarcastic here. Quests. Okay, not many quest-related stuff, apparently. Okay. Rearrange shards into correct categories. Okay. Fix an issue where calls to quest NPCs would abruptly end, making the NPC appearing in other calls, and potentially breaking other holocalls from the NPC. Fix an issue where interrupted holocall would resume along with another call, which could make the NPC appear in other calls and break the next holocall from that NPC. Okay, that's kinda interesting. Okay, disaster piece. Whew, okay, so each one of these is like a quest, and they tell you what they fix on all the quests. Fix an issue where Judy wouldn't spawn inside her van after finding the XPD. Okay, that never happened to me. Fix an issue where Judy's van could spawn underground after getting the XPD blocking progress. Players will no longer get locked inside the Braindead studio basement if they visit it after completing the disaster piece. Gimme danger. Fix an issue where it wasn't possible to interact with Takemura and to fulfill the objective meet Takemura. I walked the line. Shutters leading to the cinema inside Grand Imperial Mall should no longer be closed, blocking access. Okay. The doors leading to Netwatch Netrunner will now properly open after defeating Sasquatch. Playing it safe. Fix an issue where interrupted holocalls which could block calls from Takemura. Various smaller fixers from for the parade sequence. It should now be more of a polished experience overall. Wonder what that means. Spray paint. Remove the relic malfunction effect during the conversation with Brandon. Oh, the machine. Yes. Okay. Alright. So they went from the full-on effect, then they just removed the bit, and now they removed it completely. Okay, fine, fair enough. You do what you gotta do. Coin-operated boy. The quest should no longer stay undiscovered when the interaction with Brandon should start. Oh, okay, yes, it was undiscovered. Yeah, I remember that shit. Damn, some of these things I actually remember, because when you go into the quest-related stuff, like I remember a lot of that. Okay. Sweet dreams. Stefan is no longer missing. Where's Stefan? Stefan. Oh, the guy that tries to sell you the spiked XPD. Yeah, and he charges you, what is that? 16k plus another 4k. Yeah, he charges you like, I don't know if it's like 20k or 24k, something like that. He charges you an exuberant price, and all you get is you get sent to the same place where you were in the first mission, fighting the scavs, and then you have to make your way out of there, and then you fucking either let Stefan live and leave, or you can kill him. Okay. Fix an issue that prevented players from depositing quest items from gigs at their respective drop points. Okay. Stefan's brainless can no longer be used while on the bike. Why would people try that? What the fuck? Automatic love. Fix an issue that could result in player being unable to exit clouds because of an invisible barrier. Fix an issue where Evelyn didn't despawn from Judy's workshop after the information, which resulted in the player not being able to talk to Judy because of an invisible wall blocking the way. Fix an issue where killing the VIP guards in a specific order could result in a disappeared objective and blocked further progression. It will no longer be possible to get stuck inside clouds by entering without going through the reception desk. Beat on the brat. Fix an issue in which the quest could get stuck with Fred not calling in regards to the final fight, which was caused by players running away from Rhino too fast after defeating her. The quest now also continues for players who were rude like that. Arroyo. It is now possible. possible to take the money from Buck after defeating him? Okay. That was, yes, okay. Alright. Because you kill him, yeah, and you can't even kill him. Like, he's on the ground, like, defeated, and he's still moving. You can't kill him. That's very annoying because I fucking hate Buck. Kabuki, there was a chance that the twins wouldn't want to fight anymore after V lost twice. Ooh, that sounds like a bad time, bro. This was fixed so they can now enjoy an infinite amount of winning until V beats them. Okay. Fine. Big in Japan. Tiger Claw gangsters will no longer engage in combat with each other. They could. Okay. First time I'm hearing that. The quest will now fail upon getting out of the vehicle after having driven into water, preventing blocking progression. Blistering Love. Fix an issue where the quest wouldn't update after arriving with Rogue at Silver Pixel Cloud. Boat Drinks. This is Carrie's quest. The quest will no longer fail after being completed when V chooses not to go to the city with Carrie and uses fast travel. Wait, what? The quest will no longer fail after being completed when V chooses not to go to the city with Carrie and uses fast travel. Okay. By the way, sorry for the noises, my neighbors are being stupid. Both sides now. It's no longer possible to interact with Judy's mirror while Johnny is leaning on it. Okay. Don't lose your mind. Fix an issue where a player could get locked out of Delamain's core room if they entered and exited the room in quick succession. Down on the street. Fix an issue where it wasn't possible to talk to Wakako. Dream On. Fix an issue where it was possible to reach the van without triggering the fight. From now on, Elizabeth will follow V correctly. The corporate agents will now despawn if the chase is failed. The connect to the van access point objective will no longer reappear after neutralizing the attackers before calling Elizabeth. X Factor. Fix an issue where that would cause... Fix an issue that could cause the quest to stay active after completion. Shoot to Thrill. Fix an issue where it wasn't possible to take the gun from Wilson after the quest. From Whom the Bell Tolls. It's no longer possible to jump into the open world from the rooftop in Afterlife. Wait. That one is... Hold on. For Whom the Bell Tolls. Which quest is that? Hold on. Because I'm pretty sure that one is... Let me see here. Which quest is that? Oh, it's the final quest if you go with Rogue. Yeah, okay. That's the final quest when you choose to go with Rogue. Okay, fair enough. Fortunate Son. Point of interest icon will now appear properly on the map. Forward to Death. Fix an issue where Militech reinforcements could fly away in the AV instead of jumping down onto the battlefield, blocking progress. Fix an issue where the Basilisk could get stuck under colliding with vehicles in the Nomad camp. Full disclosure. Fix an issue where, under specific circumstances, the quest wouldn't progress after defeating Sandra. Okay, I think I got that one actually. Ghost Town. Man, Ghost Town! I remember that patch 1.2 in Ghost Town. They fixed a whole bunch of shit, and again, more shit. So how many bugs did this quest get? Holy shit. Adjusted an appearance of one of the gangsters in order to avoid clipping issues. Jesus. Dakota will no longer call V after leaving the town area in Panam's car. Fix a crash that would occur while waiting for Panam by the power substation. Fix an issue where Panam didn't hang up when approached, causing block progression. It's no longer possible to call vehicles out of the RAF and Shiv arrival spots to prevent conflicts with scenes and NPCs during the quest. Panam will no longer crash cars on her way out of the tunnel. So, about this quest, because I remember there's this bug. If you died when trying to kill, what's his name? What's his name? So there's someone that Panam wants to kill after this quest. What was his name? Shit. Let me see if I can find his name. See here. Nash? Was it Nash? I think his name was Nash. Yeah. She wanted me to kill Nash. So when you go kill Nash, you get a special weapon, right? But before that, when you're trying to take him out and all of his goons, if you die, then your respawn point is inside her car, and the game will fuck you up. The game will put you inside the car on the driver's seat, so you'll be clipping through her head. So that's pretty annoying. Where was I? Okay, happy together. Next one. Getting in combat outside the area of Barry's apartment during the objective talk to Barry will no longer fail the quest. It's no longer possible to get locked inside Barry's apartment after running into it and just after telling the NCPD officers about Andrew's niche. You could get inside, that's kinda cool. Heroes. Gustavo and Martha will no longer be present at El Coyote Cojo if the player left during the ofrenda and completed the gig. Bring me the head of Gustavo Orta in the meantime. Oh, wait, you could do... Yeah, I guess you could, technically, yeah. That's kinda weird, I never tried that. It's no longer possible to get stuck inside Jackie's garage during combat with Valentinos. I fought the law. This is River's quest. It's no longer possible to block progression by sprinting inside the elevator after being spotted by enemies. It's no longer possible to exit the conference room during the brain dance. Fix an issue where, under specific circumstances, holocalls may not finish properly when leaving the mission area prematurely. Killing in the name. Fix an issue where it wasn't possible to talk to Johnny near the fortune teller bot. Oh yeah, I hate that. I had that problem, yeah. Life during wartime. Fix an issue where the AV's door was closed, making it impossible to loot inside. It is no longer possible to summon any vehicle to AV crash site before saving Mitch. A like Supreme. Fix an issue where, under specific circumstances, objectives could trigger, once again blocking further progression. Love like Fire. It's no longer possible to use the chopper rotor to get outside of the rooftop area. Moptan Pelen. Fix an issue where player was unable to follow Placida inside Bati's hotel because of a closed door. Fix an issue where getting a call from or calling Mr. Hands was blocked. Note it may be necessary to leave the vicinity of the chapel to unblock calls and progression further. Nocturne OP55N1, the last quest. Overwatch sniper rifle will no longer get removed from player's inventory after passing the point of no return. Returning to an earlier save game and play through pawn R again is required to get the item back. Okay. Practice makes perfect. Fix the case of an enemy getting stuck inside the wall during the VR tutorial. Pyramid Song. It's no longer possible to save the game during the sex scene with Judy. Raymond Chandler Evening. The quest will no longer fail if there's a car parked at the entrance of the building. Cured Cynthia's parked car aphobia. Riders on the Storm. Empty vehicles will no longer be present during the chase scene. Wait. Riders on the Storm. Riders on the Storm. That one is the quest where you save Saul, right? So you could find empty vehicles on this chase scene? Jesus Christ, okay. Fix an issue where Pan Am's van could spawn incorrectly if player entered the Wraith camp through the tunnel and exited through the front, blocking progress. Fix an issue where, under specific circumstances, the progression could be blocked after restoring power. Second conflict. Fix missing pointers to Maelstrom Gangers and Patricia at the entrance of Totentans. The quest doesn't get blocked anymore if an alternative path has been used to reach Nancy's room in Totentans. Sending the Clowns. Players can no longer block progression by running Ozub over their car during the Talk to Ozub objective. Small Man Big Mouth. It is not possible to interact with Kirk even if the conversation with Johnny on the stairs wasn't triggered. Space Oddity. Fix the case where killing one of the homeless could result in his body blocking access to the laptop. Stadium Love. Fix an issue where the quest wouldn't complete if the player engaged in combat with 6th Street after finishing the challenge. The Ballad of Buck Rivers. Fix the missing pointers on Johnny while watching the street performer. Okay. The Beast in Me. It's no longer possible to start any of the races while in combat. Wait, it's no longer possible to start any of the races. Okay, fine. Fix an issue in which, when going to meet Claire in her garage, her car could spawn incorrectly, blocking access to the dialogue. The Corpo Rat. Fix an issue where it wasn't possible to select the destination after entering the AV. The Gun. Fix an issue where there was no option to collect the gun from Wilson. Or yeah, they already kind of touched on this one. The Heist. This is the end of Act 1. Fixed an issue where Jackie could disappear while waiting by the Delamain cab next to the Afterlife or while inside Compeki Plaza. Fixed an issue where the quest wouldn't progress after connecting to the first camera in the Flathead sequence. Never had any of those problems. The Highwayman. Fixed an issue where the quest could get stuck in the journal without any objective and Nazare Itsumare wouldn't get added to owned vehicles if the player has a date with Meredith in Venus in First but didn't go, though players aren't encouraged to ghost her. Okay, fine, fair enough. I mean, you could try to ghost her, but yeah, it's kind of efficient they didn't give you an option to like say no to her. That's actually one of my pet peeves, is that I played as a straight female on my last save, and I wanted to act as a straight female, but I wanted to side with Militech, not with the Maelstrom. And unfortunately, she always calls you for a romance, and your choices are yes and maybe yes. You don't have a no option. So, why no, man? That's so fucking stupid, because then you always have the impending fucking shit on your journal. The Hunt. Fix an issue where when the use prompt was inactive and it wasn't possible to investigate the computer blocking further progression. The Pickup. Holy shit. Fix an issue where Dum Dum would keep spawning and despawning if players started combat with Maelstrom in the main hall at a specific moment. Fix an issue where Jackie could get stuck in all foods if player killed Royce from the balcony blocking progress. Fix an issue where progress could be blocked on the follow Dum Dum objective if Dum Dum was killed before reaching the boss room. Fix an issue where the optional objective to talk to Brick could appear even if Brick was killed by the detonator. Fix an issue where under specific circumstances, they live to use that term, it wasn't possible to finish conversation with Militech agent blocking further progression. Holo calls from Jackie and Regina will no longer overlap. The garage door should no longer close when triggering combat. The objective sneak past Royce will no longer fail if breach protocol is used earlier. Secure the scenario when a hostile path in all foods is triggered during the call with Meredith Stout. The Ride. It is no longer possible to get stuck in an uninterrupted holo call with Jackie when calling him immediately after exiting Dex's limo. The space in between. Fix an issue where Fingers wasn't present in his clinic. Running out of breath here. There is a light that never goes out. Quest no longer fail if player previously got into a fight with the 6th Street gang during Stadium Love. Transmission. Fix the case where the game could get stuck on the black screen after entering cyberspace. Fix an issue where players could get stuck on the phone with Madame Brigitte if the call was interrupted. Summoning vehicles should no longer be blocked after leaving the chapel. Oh, okay. Venus in First. It is no longer possible to get stuck in the room with Meredith Stout. War Pigs. Fix an issue where Johnny wasn't spawning during the Talk to Johnny objective. I think I had this problem actually. We gotta live together. Fix the guidance marker leading to Saul prior to the Nomad initiation ceremony. Fix an issue where it wasn't possible to talk to Mitch. With a little help from my friends. Fix an issue where Panem's briefing could appear stuck for some players lingering on the objective wait for the Nomads. It is now easier to drive out of the Sunset Motel garage with Saul's reward. Oh yeah, I actually did get Saul's reward. I actually did with 3 Panem once. So yeah, but this never happened to me. Progress will no longer be blocked if player destroys the card received from Saul. For telling him about Panem's plans, quest will now be failed after doing so and the card will not be received. Wait, let me read this one. Progress will no longer get blocked if player destroys the car. Oh, if you destroy the car. Quest will now be failed after doing so and the car will not. Okay, got it. Open world. Fix an issue allowing multiple brief holocalls from fixers to play at once, which could lead to blocked completion of various gigs like A Lack of Empathy, Gig Fixer, Merc, Soldier, Spy, and others. We continue working on visual issues related to gigs stuck in the journal. Note that the latter don't prevent the strict achievements from unlocking. Removed redundant loot from the body of Ferris wheel. Fix an issue where Quadra Type 66 could be destroyed before buying it, blocking the progression of its buy vehicle quest and possibly the completion of the Auto Jog achievement. Fix an issue in a shootout in Wellsprings where enemies were immoral because the trigger area was too small. Gig Olive Branch. Fix an issue with the car spawning below the ground. playing for keeps. The quest will now be properly counted towards the progression of its elementary achievements. Cyberpsycho sighting, where the bodies hit the floor. The quest will now be properly updated if V encounters the Cyberpsycho before finishing the holocall with Regina. Flight of the cheetah. Fix an issue where Wang Bo following V everywhere. Oh, dude, this one. Fix an issue with Wang Bo following V everywhere. The quest will now fail if V leaves the motel area. I actually had a different bug, which was Wang Bo was not following me at all. He was stuck in the railway and I couldn't get the dude to come with me to finish the fucking quest. So my issue with this mission, with this gig, Flight of the Cheetah, was a different issue. And I only had it in one of my playthroughs. And that was actually the last gig that I had left unfinished in my last playthrough. Holy shit. But it wasn't because of this. It was because he was not following me. That was very fucking annoying. The Heisenberg Principle. Fix an issue where it was impossible to destroy the glitter equipment. It's no longer possible to destroy the glitter equipment before entering the lab. Cyberpsycho sighting discount dock. Fix an issue where the Cyberpsycho didn't engage in combat. If players shot him with a tech weapon or threw grenades at him from outside the arena. A lack of empathy. Fix an issue where it was possible to interact with the computer before briefing, blocking further progression. An inconvenient killer. Fix an issue where Dino could remain on screen after calling V twice. Back against the wall. Fix an issue where the go to the indicated residence objective didn't update after entering the residence. Gig Bloodsport. Quest should no longer be stuck in the journal after finishing it and driving away. Bring me the head of Gustavo Horta. It is now possible to use the elevator while carrying Gustavo's body. Family Heirloom. Fix an issue where it was possible to kill Dan, blocking progression. Getting warmer. Fix an issue where Bugbear could float mid-air after dropping her body. Fix an issue where it was possible to pick up Bugbear's body. Going away party. Fix an issue where there was an incorrect GPS path pointing to the meeting point with the Nomads. Hippocratic Oath. Fix an issue where the player could become unable to use weapons and quick menu items. MIA. Fix an issue where the Dakota's guy wouldn't appear at the meeting point. Monster Hunter. Fix an issue where the quest could get stuck on Find Jotaro objective. No fixers. Fix an issue with closed doors to Dakota's safe house. On a tight leash. Fix an issue where buses could be spawned at the same spot. Fix an issue where the neutralized Jose Luis objective didn't update after defeating Jose. Fixed an issue where the reward wasn't given for finishing the quest. Psychofan. Fix an issue where there was no option to deposit the guitar at drop point. Scrolls Before Swine. Fix an issue where using the distract enemy quick hack on Aaron Carlson could block progression. Serious side effects. Fix an issue where there was no option to deposit the beta acid at the drop point. Sir Ladrillo's private collection. Fix an issue where the techies dialogue option wasn't available with 5 to 5 tech ability points. Two wrongs makes us right. The quest should no longer stay active after filling it. Lukaku's favorite. Fix an issue where the hatch didn't open, blocking further progression. We Have Your Wife. Fix an issue where it wasn't possible to talk with Lauren after escorting her. Woman La Mancha. Fix an issue where player had to have double the required amount of money in order to pay for the room. Suspected organized crime activity. Privacy policy violation. Fix an issue where the reinforcements could be stuck in the air. Cinematic design. Okay, finally, we're out of that shit. Fix an issue causing NPCs to not look at V during various scenes. Fix an exploit where player was granted a Unity pistol after each save load. V's facial animations while looking in the mirror will now be played properly. Okay. Fix an issue where Rogue was spawning next to the player after calling her and asking about Adam Smasher. This actually happened to me. Not only that, but it also happened to me with Jackie. And I called Jackie in Act 1 and Jackie would appear in front of me. Fix an issue where some NPCs could stop performing animations after a longer game session. Fix multiple issues with NPCs mounting vehicles incorrectly. Fix various issues where NPCs could be placed incorrectly and clipped through objects after loading a save game. Fix an issue that could cause NPC animations to be played in the wrong spot in various quests. Fix an issue where Jackie could spawn before the player's eyes during the half-year montage. Maybe that was it, I'm not sure. Fix an issue where NPCs' appearances get randomized when looking away. Fix an issue where quests and scenes could progress before the loading screen disappeared. Double I. Fix an issue where a BD headset could appear floating in the air during the brain dance. Oh yeah! This happened to me several times. But that happens in every brain dance. You see a floating BD headset, yeah. Fix an issue where Judy could be standing by her desk instead of sitting in her chair after watching the brain dance. Oh, yeah, I saw that. I thought that was pretty normal, actually. That's a bug. The fuck? She was like properly sitting on top of her desk. Yeah. From the bell tools. Fix an issue where the environment could disappear after rogues if you got hit. Ghost Town again. V will no longer spawn on the... Oh! What did I just say? What did I just say? I am so glad they fixed this. I even said this. Okay. V will no longer spawn on the driver's seat and click with Pan Am after loading a save made during the ride. Yes! Finally. It took them 8 months. 8 months. There we go. Holy shit. Alright, I even mentioned that earlier. Whew. Alright. Hippocratic Oath. It's no longer possible to inject the injured Malstromer after he dies. Give me the injured. Fix an issue where Takemura would remain stuck inside the elevator at the construction site if the player uses the stairs instead. I fought the law. Fix animation of the Cyber Psycho's Mantis Blades. Imagine. Fix an issue where after entering the brain dancers the scene wouldn't progress. Lightning breaks. Fix an issue where Johnny couldn't appear on the backseat after jacking into the slot in Pan Am's car. Fix an issue where Pan Am's dialogue might have been cut because of a loading screen. Okay. So there should be more dialogue then. Fix Johnny's unnatural movement during the car ride in the French language version. I don't get that. Why is it that in specific language versions of the game there's so many bugs? How did that even happen? It's just actors voicing characters and dialogue text. That's it. How is that? I don't even know, bro. This game has so many fucking problems. Love Like Fire. Fix an issue where Carrie could walk in place when Johnny approached the mic. Johnny longer falls under the ground at the beginning of the backstage sequence. Okay, that never happened. That would be funny. Never Fade Away. Fixed an issue where Johnny couldn't be displayed in the low level of detail during the cutscene. I think that might have happened on me. Nocturne OP 55 and 1. Devil and Moon tarot cards will no longer be swapped when Misty pulls them out. Actually, speaking about Misty, when you ask Misty for a tarot card reading, when she takes out the cards and places one by one at the counter, you don't see the cards. You see nothing. She's pulling invisible cards. The deck is all in her hand. So, another one for you, CDPR. Only pain. NCPD officers will now drive away even if the... Wait. NCPD officers will now drive away even if the player opens a received text message, contact list, or vehicle menu while they're getting into their cars. Dude. Cop chases in this game are just non-existent. Fix an issue where decks could be displaced during the landfill scene, causing clipping. Pyramid Song. Judy's hair will now be displayed properly while she's wearing the neoprene diving suit. Okay, I guess fair enough. Because she doesn't have hair when she's wearing the diving suit because she has the tank thing, like the aquarium thing, I don't know what that's called, like the glass thing that's like over her head. So I was like, okay, whatever. I mean, this is kind of like how in video games sometimes this shit happens, but I guess they're adding that, which is nice, I guess. Judy will no longer be present in her apartment if she left Night City after... Oh shit. Oh shit. Wait. That's actually huge. So if you're playing as a man, you're fucked. If you're on console playing as a male character, you're kind of fucked. Because now you can't even talk to your friend on her apartment. Oh shit. That's actually kind of sad. Search and Destroy. Fix an issue where an Arasaka soldier could be present during the cinematic sequence firing at V if player rushed towards the exit after saving Takemura. Sinnerman. Fix an issue where Joshua could teleport back into the car and get stuck there blocking progress. Stairway to Heaven, meetings along the edge. Fix an issue where the game could get stuck on the white screen when entering the brain dance, blocking progress. Tapeworm, female V's feet will no longer look deformed during one of the scenes. The Beast in Me, Badlands, fix an issue where after selecting the option to wait for Claire, the game could become stuck on the black screen. City Center, fix an issue where Claire could have a rifle attached to her hand after finishing the race. The Corporal Rat, fix an issue where the basketballers on Lizzie's bar roof could change position after loading a saved game. The Heist, fix an issue where drones could spawn under the map blocking progress. Fix an issue where Saburo could appear standing after being killed, never happened. Fix an issue where the relic case could disappear from Jackie's hand after loading a save in Uranob's penthouse. I'm going to give you another issue on the Heist. So when Jackie tells you to, when T-Bug tells you to hide on the platform, the thing that happens is when V is entering the hiding spot, you will notice that the cable that leaves V's wrist is still off her wrist and then goes inside the wrist when Yorinobu and Atom Smasher are walking through the elevator. So there's a little cable that goes through the wrist, and it's still there when you're hiding with Jackie, and then it goes inside. So my suggestion is to remove that cable immediately as soon as you're about to enter the hiding spot. Don't let it stay in there for a little bit and then delete it. Okay, just a minor pet peeve of mine. The Hunt, fix an issue where a redundant NPC could spawn in Josh's house. Fix an issue where Dorian and Monique were standing idle next to the beds after failing the quest. Yes, I did saw this. Yes, I had this bug. That was so creepy. That was so fucking creepy. Yes, I did saw this. Fix an issue where it wasn't possible to progress past the second brain dance. Fix an issue where walking away from River's car could result in being unable to get into it afterwards. Player will no longer be able to select the interaction to sit on the couch while looking at the mirror in the bathroom. The information. Evelyn will no longer sit in the air next to her chair after watching the brain dance. Fix an issue where Evelyn was sliding around in the sitting pose instead of walking around if dialogue was skipped too fast. Fix an issue where the BD headset wasn't visible in Judy's hand when putting it on V's head. Oh yes, I got this one too. The Nomad. Fix an issue where the panel on the crate could act as a TV screen. Player will no longer be able to get in the car while standing on the roof. Player will no longer be able to kick the radio tower gate while inside their vehicle. The Pickup. Dum Dum's animation when opening the flathead case will no longer be desynchronized in the German language version. Again, specific language version bugs. How? Just how? Fix an issue where V wasn't holding the Militech chip properly when paying to Maelstrom. Fix an issue where Regina was spawning next to the player after calling her and asking about Royce before completing the quest. The Rescue. Fix an issue where the gangsters were missing their weapons during the shootout with MaxTac. Fix the issue which kept the player in sitting position during chase sequence with scavengers. Oh wait, hold on. Solve the issue which kept the player in sitting position during chase sequence with scavengers. So is that why in the chase with the scavengers, when you're riding with Jack in your shotgun, is that why there's so many issues where sometimes when you're trying to shoot the scavengers in their van, there's no animation playing and you don't hear the shots and the bullets coming out of your weapon? Is that what it is? Because the scavs can shoot you too, but you're still taking damage, but you're not damaging them. That's kind of weird. Maybe one day I'll show that on the video, we'll see. The Reaper Dock. Fix an issue where the Unity handgun could disappear from the player's inventory when leaving Victor's clinic. Fix an issue where Jackie was eating with 2 sets of chopsticks. This one. The Street Kid. Fix an issue where Jackie could be missing lip sync and keeping standing up during the conversation on the stairs. Where is my mind? Fix an issue where V's personal link wasn't visible during Professor Kusama's testing. Oh yeah, I got this one. Yeah. With a little help from my friends. Fix an issue where the punch card could be displayed as the secret. Miscellaneous. A gift from Judy can now be found in V's apartment after player receives a text about it after completing her romance and side quests. Okay, so if you're playing as female V for this one, Judy would say that there was the Mox gun, which I forgot the name of, could be found on her apartment. So now you're telling me that the weapon is now in V's apartment. Is this because whatever issue was happening, that with female V, after romancing Judy, I could not by the life of me find that weapon on her apartment, even though I had finished all of her quests and I successfully romanced her? She would be waiting for me at her own apartment, as she should, because she told me that she wouldn't be leaving Night City, but the weapon was not there. So now she should be giving it to you in your apartment. Okay, fine. Fix some story inconsistencies with radio broadcasts, that's cool. Fix the blackout effect persisting during Love Like Fire when using certain language settings. PC specific, this is okay, I'm not reading the console specific because I don't care about console. PC specific. Fix the issue where tutorial tooltips weren't correctly displayed on 8K screens. Fix the issue that caused the game to crash if a save thumbnail was corrupted. Fix toggling windowed and full screen modes with the Alt plus Enter shortcut. It is now possible to exit locked scanning overlay by pressing Tab. Added a more compact PC version of the mouse cursor. And many more. So what I'm assuming is there is no actual DLC news. Additional content. The a list of all free DLC can also be found in the main menu. Wait, is that in game? Oh shit, I completely forgot about this. Oh, you can click on this. Okay. The 1.3 patch delivers the following free DLCs. Okay, here we go. Johnny Silverhand's alternative appearance. So that's what we saw on the Twitch stream. Can be enabled in settings in the additional content tab. He looked so different. My god, what did they do to his hair? And didn't they grab that from a mod? Wasn't it like, because there's mods that alter Johnny Silverhand's appearance. Didn't they do that like in a mod or something? Multi-layered scene leather delta jog jacket, luminescent punk jacket. Wait, that's a fucking DLC? Both available in the stash in V's apartment after receiving a message from Victor after completing the ride. They are of rare unique quality by default. Crafting specs to craft a higher quality will now also be unlocked. Archer Quartz Bandit. Available as a reward or for purchase, depending on choices made by player. After completing Ghost Town and then receiving a message from Dakota or Rogue. If you haven't received the message, make sure to be in the Badlands area and move further away from Dakota's workshop. Dakota will also need a couple of days to contact you. Wait, that's it? A Johnny Silverhand alternative appearance? And a fucking jacket and a car? Oh my goodness. Okay. So, final thoughts on these changes. This 1.3 patch. This is the entire patch, by the way. They're not going to release the entire patch in one go. I don't think so. They might release it in 2 parts, maybe 3. I'm not sure. But I knew exactly that they were going to release this in August. I knew that they were going to release this in August. I think everyone knew that they were going to release this in August. The problem with this is, it's very, like, it's a lot of things, but it's a lot of nothing. There's a couple of things that I really enjoy, like the fix that you had with Pan Am being in her driver's seat. That's huge for me personally. A lot of it is quest-related fixes. I knew it was going to be quest-related fixes, but this is pretty much patch 1.2.2 version. Like it's another 1.2 patch. That's what this is. It's a whole lot of shit for you to read, but it's not a whole lot of substance. So the more glaring issue. Okay, so first off, I knew firsthand that they were not going to fix the most glaring issues with Cyberpunk. I knew that for sure. I've said this so many more times. This game cannot be fixed if they don't revamp the entire engine. And because I know that they're not going to revamp the entire engine, the game will never be fixed completely. It is what it is. This game is just never going to reach the peak height. A lot of people still throw the word around that, oh, this is going to be potentially a No Man's Sky rebirth. No, it won't. No, it fucking won't. This game is doomed to fail because the engine is absolute god shit tier trash. That's what it is. It is an absolute tragedy of a engine, and the game cannot load things properly in the manner that it should. Textures still look terrible when approaching vehicles and NPCs. NPCs still despawn if you fire a gun and then you look back and they're gone. The game has so many fucking problems. It's like it's trying to sprinkle the goodness of the missions and trying to make the missions look as appealing as possible, but everything else is just so substandard. My honest opinion to you, if you want to go back to Cyberpunk and play this 1.3 patch, here's my take. Here's my honest take. Okay, don't play this. If you're gonna play Cyberpunk 2077 for the first time on PC, so first off, I will never say that you should play Cyberpunk on console. Never. Don't play it on console. Even on PS5. Don't play on console. You're missing out. Like, really, you're missing out. If you want to play this on PC, here's my honest take. Play after this patch. Okay? And then on top of this patch, go to Nexus Mods and search for some really good mods. There's a lot of really freaking good mods out there. Most of the mods, Nexus Mods, are like, you know, they're skin changers. So basically, what they do is they change the skin of cars, clothing. They're replacers, basically. And if you want to play the game for the first time without mods, be my guest. You're probably gonna get the best experience out of it on PC. But do keep in mind that from December 2020 all the way up till now, August 17th, 2021, this game has, for better or for worse, only improved, I would say, 10% of the entire issues that it had since launch. I am not kidding, like 10% of the issues have been fixed so far. I am not undermining the game and the developer's work. What I'm saying is that the amount of work that needs to be put into this game to make it really good, the game is functional, sort of, but especially on PS4. But if you really want to get that Cyberpunk 2077 train hype experience, I'm sorry to say you're not gonna get it, even with mods, even with like the best mods from Nexus. You're not gonna get it. But what you're gonna get is you're gonna get a decent-ish experience. I'm not saying that you're gonna get a really damn good experience, because you're just not. This game is at heart a story mode game. It's a storyline game. Really good one, but the most glaring problems, like NCPD not chasing you because that system has never been implemented, NPCs always cowering or running away in the same direction, NPCs despawning literally next to you when you fire a gun, NPC loading texture doesn't appear until you're looking at that NPC for like 30 seconds straight, car textures not loading properly when you're driving at high speeds, car physics are absolute trash in this game. The car physics, why is it that when I'm driving at full speed and I crash against another car, my car goes under that car? The ragdoll physics of this game, the ragdoll physics this engine provides is absolute dogshit trash. And then another glaring issue that this game has is the water. Why can't they fix the water? Like, it's so fucking weird seeing my car fall off the bridge and going right through the water without a single splash. The water, do you know what the water in this game is? The water is just a baseline. There is no texture in it whatsoever. It's just a baseline. Like, there's no fluidity, there's no animation, there's no nothing. It's like you go through water and oil. That's it. There's nothing. It's just a color change. It's like you draw a line in MS Paint, and everything under that line is darkish green, and everything above that line is like white. And something falls into that darkish green line, and it doesn't suffer any changes whatsoever. There's no splash animation. Why? Why is the water not an actual liquid? Why is it acting like a gas? That's what it is. The water in Cyberpunk is a gas. There is no physics to it. It's so disheartening, man, because these are the big changes that we want and they're just not addressing it. They're not even making it worth our time. I read through this entire list and honest to God, for the most part, I am disappointed. Not that I had big expectations, because I didn't. I didn't have big expectations to begin with. But this is still very disheartening to read because it's been 9 months, not 8. It's been 9 months. The game was released in December 10th. It's been 9 months. Let's keep it real. This is pretty sad. It's just more story-related fixes. They don't care about the overall gameplay aspect, or rather, they don't care about it as much. Not to mention that there are many other mission-related bugs that have not yet been addressed. One day I'll get back into the game, but these DLCs, like this can't be like, this cannot be it. I mean, come on, these are free DLCs. They gotta give us, I don't know if they'll give us a season mode plus pass or something like that, or a game plus pass. That's what it's called. I don't know if they're gonna give us that. I don't know if they'll probably add some premium, like purchasable DLCs. But by the looks of it, the length and the length of this project of Cyberpunk, it's been so agonizingly slow. I would wager that CDPR's team right now is heavily focused more on The Witcher 4 or whatever other Witcher project that they have, rather than focusing on Cyberpunk, because that Witcher project, The Witcher, was very successful, and Cyberpunk was not. Cyberpunk was a huge disaster. I would dare say that the Cyberpunk saga for CDPR has been a curse. A literal curse. They have been cursed ever since this project landed on their lap. So, I'm not saying that this is what's happening, but I would assume that maybe a lot of devs and a lot of the higher ups are probably saying, fuck this project, let's go back into The Witcher because it's what brought us good fame and good fortune. Even though Cyberpunk did sold more, I don't think it's gonna sell as much, even if the DLCs come out. Which at this point, it's been 9 months. I don't know if they're gonna come out. I'm being honest. I'm keeping it real. I'm being honest. I don't know if it's gonna come out. I really don't. But yeah, that's pretty much it. This was a very long video. I know that it was really boring to listen to me read all of this shit. But if you've got any takes, any hot takes on the situation, if you agree with me or whatever, leave a comment down below. That would be much appreciative. Don't expect me to make many videos though, because this is just... this game is dead. That's pretty much it. This game is dead. I don't believe that this is at all very enticing for me to read. I think that this is going to keep them out of harm's way for a little while. They'll have their little brief press conference meeting. They'll flex on the investors saying, look at all these changes that we did, and then they'll go right back to the status quo, and in 8 to 10 months from now we'll finally get patch 1.4 and maybe some more free DLCs, and maybe a premium DLC will come out in late 2022 or something. I don't fucking care. Anyways, that's pretty much it for this one. I'll see you all whenever, if I ever decide to make another video on the subject, which I doubt.